Here's Lucy's college application. I'm an Uno champion, and
okay. So any basically funny thing about sports or competing that I did.
She's gonna get a scholarship. Here's your essay. My name is Lucy. I was competing with my family, who's got a competitiveness.
This is my fault for having you on my podcast.
It's your fault for having me in the first place.
Well, I can't help it.
What?
This is not a good idea.
No, it is not.
We are in trouble.
Hi, everybody. It's what?
It took you that long. There's a pause of
We've
silence.
done 22 episodes, and you don't know how to say hello to people?
I can say hello. You didn't say hello.
Say hello to the people, Lucy.
Hi.
Hi, people. This is Kerri and
Lucy.
And welcome to our episode of our podcast.
This is not a good idea.
We should rehearse more.
We don't.
It doesn't sound very professional when we can't introduce the show.
We do. We do.
So, Lucy has the title for this week's episode.
I do.
Our family's
competitiveness.
Excuse me?
Competitivity.
You made up a word.
Competitivity.
So, when you write your college essay someday, you're going to be like, I'm going to write for Webster's Dictionary. And you're going to add...
Competitivity.
So, what you're trying to say is competitiveness.
Competitivity.
Okay, what does competitivity mean to you?
Our incredibly competitive family.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I will tell you a story.
We are at each other's throats. You would murder Nana just to win a game.
I will tell you a story.
Just to win Scrabble.
When your dad was engaged to me and we went home to Georgia and we played Pictionary with my mother, I thought he was going to dump me because my mother played Pictionary in such a ferocious...
Wasn't she like yelling at Dad?
Yeah, she was like yelling at him, and we weren't even married yet, and she was like screaming. Andreas, is your family competitive? I want to give a shout out to our producer, Andreas, today. He nodded yes. So the Greeks are competitive. I mean, didn't they invent the Olympics? Yeah, so I mean, I would say.
Funny story about how the one of the Olympic events, which is now known as the marathon, started.
Speak up, Lucy.
I believe, I can't remember what war it was because I don't want to be incorrect about that.
Oh, yeah, because Lucy's never incorrect about her facts. It's so good she's fact-checking this week.
Okay. I was just, okay.
Greco-Persian War, I think.
Yeah, it was the
what? The Gecko-Persian War?
No.
The Geico-Persian? No,
what
sorry.
war? Andreas,
it's just the Geico War.
The Gecko-Persian War. What?
The Geico.
The Geico.
Greco.
That's what I said, Andreas. It's the Greco-Persian War.
It's the Geico War.
It's the Geico War. No fussing, no cussing.
No. Okay. So, a guy ran 26.2 miles to deliver a message that the war was over and died. Or he got shot in the arrow with
That was
back.
your story? That was the worst
And so
story.
that's how we have the marathon.
Seriously. Are you making this up?
No.
That's how marathons got started?
Yeah. So there's rumors to how he died. He did die. He either dropped dead or he got shot in the back with an arrow right before he delivered the message.
Before you present these facts to our millions of viewers,
he died.
Maybe you should fact check yourself.
He died. He died.
Okay.
He for sure
died.
died.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah, it really is.
That's horrible.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing. But what did you want to talk about today?
Nana.
You want to talk about your grandma?
Okay, I will give you a basically...
I mean, you are her. You have inherited
just
the gene.
an oral, like, conversation. So there's Nana and there's Rocco. Nana and Rocco are, like, the sweetest couple, but Nana is so overly competitive. And no offense if she's watching this. She is incredibly competitive.
Oh, she's watching.
She will cut your throat.
Yeah.
Just to win.
Yeah.
And
have you ever been around her when her Auburn football team plays?
Oh my gosh.
And she loses all Christianity, and then literally she is a child of God until her Auburn football team plays. And then to gloat over the Georgia fans, she wore orange and blue to church the next day when they won.
So then there's Rocco, and Rocco's not that competitive.
No, he's super competitive. He just knows to leave the
room. He's just super quiet about it. He's like this silent but deadly type.
But he won't play the games.
No, he just kind of watches, and then he'll play occasionally if Ruby wants to play. And Ruby's like that. She's also the silent but deadly kind of like.
You forgot
like
your
Rocco.
Uncle Mark.
But we're not going to talk about me.
Are we talking about evil?
We're talking about after that. These two very competitive people had 2 kids.
Yes.
And they were my uncle and my mom. And my mom and my uncle are like cutthroat children, brothers and sisters that will murder each other over
in their sleep.
Yeah. if Romulus and Remus were enemies forever. That's basically my mom and my uncle.
We found a way to fix that.
Oh, we did. Did we? Because last time first of all,
how do we fix
politics?
Mark and I are on the same team.
No, not always. If you guys aren't on the same team, the game goes downhill.
So, I mean, what is our point in talking about this? I mean, I think families are really competitive and it's evil and it's destroying families.
Wait a minute. No, there's families that are competitive and then there's our family.
Yeah, we're kind of like we could be in jail at any point.
You realize that I have talked war strategies with this family more than I've talked about it with anyone else.
Well, do you think it's paying off in your 7th grade project?
It is.
You're the president of
No,
America?
No.
What?
That is nice. But no. Axis and allies, do not even bring that into
So what do you want to say about do you have a point to this? Do you have any stories?
Just a funny family game night that we had a couple years ago.
I don't remember. I was probably
there
medicated.
Trying to bribe me with money so that I wouldn't pick my uncle over you. And I liked it a lot, but then there was me and Ruby, and I can be really aggressive with that. Ruby,
so you've inherited the genes.
I have, really. Ruby's competitive, but she doesn't really care. She just kind of lets it fly.
So do you have any coping mechanisms for families that struggle with this? Nothing?
Just family game night.
We barely ever do it.
No, but when we do, that's the only time.
Like, I've been competing with you since you were like 5. When I played checkers, I would always win.
No, you wouldn't. I was 5.
It was a parenting thing. It was like, don't let your kids win. No,
I beat you.
You're going to lie on the podcast.
No. I beat you at checkers.
Okay, maybe once now that you're 13.
Oh, and also Uno.
Okay, that's not really a game of skill. Uno is like, get the red card.
Yeah, and I did. So...
Here's Lucy's college application. I'm an Uno champion, and...
Okay, so any basically, funny thing about sports or competing that I did.
Competing? She's going to
get
a scholarship. Here's your essay. My name is Lucy. I was competing with my family who's got a competitiveness, and I want to competitive at your college.
Competitive.
What kind of scholarship will we get you?
Okay. Best story ever. So my grandparents didn't want to miss my football game or my flag football game when I was little and I was playing.
When you were the only girl in the whole league.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I like to brag about that.
So the funny thing was, I get it. Props to my grandparents for being supportive and being like, yeah, we have to be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, my grandma was yelling things at me.
She was.
She was like, get up, Lucy.
Can I tell the truth about your football experience? And I just need to be real. And you need to just let me. Is it okay? If I'm just real?
I don't even know.
Okay, Lucy wanted to play flag football with all the boys. Okay,
I wanted to play actual football, but my mom wouldn't let me.
You were like 8, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell the story from my point of view. You can tell it after. But I really feel that Lucy was more excited to be on the team than to be playing the football game. Because
what do you
in
mean?
The middle of the football game, they would be like, Lucy, you should probably run for that tackle. Lucy, you should probably...
There's no tackling in flag football.
Lucy is waving to the fans, admiring her uniform.
What?
Oh, yes. And at the banquet...
That is misogynistic view.
When everybody was getting awards, like, for being, like, athletic and speed demons and all that, they were like, you know what, Lucy is very,
They did not do that.
She's very encouraging.
Why do you always do that? You always think that I'm like some kind of like, I'm like this dainty female.
You were very dainty in the football. And
okay,
then
listen
you got
to
your
me.
award. Wait, you got your award.
I scored like a bunch of touchdowns. My team never lost a game. And we only lost one game, and that's because one of our best players were missing.
Okay, but when you got your award, it was kind of like the Academy Awards. You cherished it like a trophy, and you were like, I would just like to thank...
No, I didn't.
My director...
I don't have anyone to thank.
My director, Coach Rick, and you were like thanking people like you had just won a movie Oscar. Now, I'm going to fast forward to your basketball team, and I want to say something about sports parenting. I hated
that basketball team with a passion.
I feel sorry for all the sports parents that are listening right now, and you have to go to your games, you have to go to your kids' games, and you have to pretend that you care. They don't. They're on Instagram, and they're pretending to watch you, but they're on Instagram, and they're on Facebook, and some of them are on HBO Max, and I don't know what my mother had to do, because I had a softball team. What did she do? A crossword puzzle? Like, I feel sorry for sports parents today because they are required to go to not just
all the
games.
girls on my team were scared of the ball.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, you were so young and you're like, sorry. And I accidentally said
10.
your team sucks. And you're like, Mommy said sucks. And I was like, there's no other way to describe your team.
Dude, listen.
You never won a game the whole season.
We never
and
won
I had
a
to
game.
pretend that I was supporting you.
We never won a game
My
because the
basketball
girls
team-
would flinch at the ball.
Yeah.
The girls would flinch and like squirm away.
Okay, but let me tell you, when I was in 7th grade, I went to a small school like yours, and we were required, and I repeat, required to be on all the sports teams. Like, required. And my mom stepped up to be the assistant basketball coach of our team.
Wasn't
And
Nana
we
or
had
Rocco
a-
like head of the PTA or something?
Yeah, we had a perfect record. We never won a game the whole season. We never won a game. And we were like the Bad News Bears. We were, except without the beer.
Except without the losing.
Yeah. No, Bad News
the
Bears
winning.
lost. Yeah.
They won.
No, we lost every
Didn't they
game.
win in the second movie?
We haven't seen it yet. I can't tell you.
Oh.
We lost every single game. So
So
I know
there
how
was
that
no
feels.
beer involved?
No, the original Bad News Bears, when they lost a game and their coach Walter Mathall felt sorry for them, did he buy them beer?
No, he already had a
He
bunch
had
of
beer and he let them drink it. That
Yeah.
is not a movie that would come out today.
I love the kid.
Bad
I
News
can't
Bears
remember his name.
We're like 10.
I can't.
Tanner.
No, he was like, because the guy was like, maybe there's photography here. You shouldn't like, and the coach was like, I don't care. I'll let them do what they want. And Tanner was like, I'll drink to that and cheers another game.
They were so mad at the other team. They're like, stick it to them, and they just
No,
started yelling.
they're like, hey Yankees, you can take your trophy and shove it straight up your ass.
You can't say that
But
word. Yes. Yes, it was a very 80s movie that would not. We'll talk about that on
it's the
another
70s
episode.
actually.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
Yeah, there's so many
But,
things that they could get away with. on that.
You have experienced competitiveness, and it's paying off in your 7th grade social studies project because you're the president of America.
It's not. No, I'm not.
Oh, you're a liar. You're just saying this because Casey Mendez is going to listen to the podcast.
I am not the president. No, I am one of 3 people that run America.
Really? Is that what you said before the podcast started taping?
I maybe come up with all the strategies.
Like a great politician, she doesn't remember.
I just come up with all
Did
the...
you come into my room last night and talk about being president of
Every
America
single
or not?
No, I did not.
You're
I
lying.
did not.
You
I did not. No, let me tell you what I did. I told you that I was angry that I was getting blamed for America's problems when I wasn't the one causing
And you
them.
said, I'm taking over. I'm a dictator. I'm Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I did not say that. I said I would be the Franklin Delano Roosevelt if no one's going to step up.
Andreas, we need cameras. We need cameras everywhere.
We have a camera
You're
right
a
here.
perfect politician because you lie straight to everyone's
And
face.
I'm going to win by lying. Don't you understand?
Yes. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Do you think that's the moral of the story?
Yes.
Is it just lie,
Lying works.
lie, lie?
Lie, but make it believable.
You are so good at that.
I am. I've
should
had
probably
so
be
much
president.
practice.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be president instead of Supreme Court Justice.
You know how many times I've gotten Ruby in trouble when she did absolutely nothing?
This is horrible.
Just to spite her.
This is horrible. I don't know where this podcast is really going. I mean, so you're competitive. You're taking over
Me and
America.
Ruby are like Cain and Abel, except I haven't killed Abel yet, so.
That's a really beautiful way to end it.
And Adam and
today.
Eve are divorced.
Adam and Eve are not divorced.
No, but you guys are Adam and Eve.
Oh, and you're Cain. Which one are you?
I mean, you caused the sin of the world, so. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I can't believe I shared a body with you. Like, really? Like, there's just a part of me that goes, I don't know how we're related.
Yeah, well, somehow you managed to produce me.
I did. And hopefully you're going to take over the world and make lots of money.
Yeah,
That's all
no.
I care
All
about.
I want is world domination.
Which pays really well.
It does. It really does.
Let's end on that note. Thank you for tuning in today. Lucy's career goal is no longer Supreme Court Justice.
It's world domination.
It's world domination. And by the way, Kezia, she said she was going to be president of America, and I know you're watching.
What?
This is going to air in several weeks. She won't remember. So we want to hear from you. We have a new
Wait,
email.
I think she'll actually be out of the country when this comes out.
Yeah, so we want to hear from you. Please email us at This Is Not a Good Idea podcast.
Are you sure that's the email?
Yes.
Because there were some technical difficulties.
This Is Not a Good Idea podcast at gmail.com. Say bye, Lucy.
Bye.